Juventus have sacked Andrea Pirlo in favor of rehiring Max Allegri, but at least Juve have sent Pirlo on his way with this nice statement. Quote, in the space of a few short months, Pirlo's Juve has raised 2 trophies, the Italian Super Cup and the Coppa Italia. And he, as coach, brought home brilliant victories on the most prestigious of fields, from San Siro to Camp Nou. For all this, for the courage, the dedication, the passion with which he demonstrated every day, our thanks go to the maestro, the coach, and to Andrea. That really comes from the heart. Always comes from the heart when we welcome Gab Marcotti into ESPN FC. All right, Gab, what's with that statement? If Juve liked Andrea Pirlo so much, why didn't they just keep him?
Listen, I want to release my inner Holden Caulfield here and suggest that the world is full of phonies and empty words. They obviously do value Andrea Pirlo as a player and as a legend and as a person, but it's pretty clear if they were so delighted with their 2 prestigious trophies, one of them being the Super Cup and whatnot, then they would have kept him, rather than replacing him with somebody who makes 4.5 times as much money. I think evidently to them, they might think Pirlo's a great guy and they might think they're going in the right direction, but they evidently think that Max Allegri right now is a better option.
As far as the Italian press, Italian punditry goes, do they feel like Pirlo's been hard done here, or is the timing right?
I think there's a general sense that Max Allegri had been out of the game for a couple of years now. He was keen to get back. A lot of Juve fans never wanted Allegri gone in the first place. Some people are raising the obvious question, are you getting back a different Allegri than the one you kind of felt the need to part ways with 2 years ago? But I think, to be honest, I think they are getting a different Allegri. I had the privilege of knowing his right-hand man quite well, spent some time with him very recently. And Allegri spent the last 2 years kind of looking at studying European football and looking at the evolution and the way things have gone. And I think, he agrees that the old way of doing things probably needs to be updated. So I think they'll be getting a different Allegri. Allegri himself never liked to be pigeonholed as a certain type of manager. I think he resented a little bit some of the reasons that were given when he was left and was replaced by Maurizio Sarri. And I think you're going to see an Allegri that, hopefully from a Juve perspective, will have all the good parts of Allegri, but also some new parts and a way of playing that I think is in keeping with the direction that they tried to go on with Pirlo.
Yeah, what are the expectations here for Allegri's second tenure? Is that he'll come in and take them straight back to the top? Is that realistic?
You know what? I don't think it's beyond the realm of possibility. You look at Juve 1-11, and there is a lot of talent there. You look at Inter, and without Conte, I think they're clearly a weaker side, and also they'll likely have to sell one of their star players as well. A lot of buzz today about Achraf Hakimi perhaps moving on, or possibly Lautaro Martinez. You look at Milan, and they're still a little ways away. So now you look at this, and you've got the manager who's been there, done that, bought the T-shirt, and you have a really, really good team. Players like Kulusevski and Chiesa, a year older. You still get another year out of Cristiano, who, at least in terms of goals, has had his most productive season since moving to Juve. And yeah, I think the objective has to be go out and compete for the title. And by the way, as disastrous as Juventus' season felt this year, with them only qualifying for the Champions League on the last day of the season because Napoli couldn't go beyond a draw, it's also true that they're not that far from second place if you look at the table, and then it becomes a question of how much is Conte worth, how many extra points is Conte worth to Inter, and I think they would feel that they're in the hunt. Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.